Good morning. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, March 15th. Rally continued again on Friday, trapping the silly shorts yet again. We saw a little retrace that sucked the shorts and the bears in, and by the end of the session, we were nicely higher yet again. Here we're looking at the Dow 15-minute chart. We are now up 700 points over the last week, and in this bearish rising wedge right now with support around 7,100. If we see this level break, we could see a retrace to the 6,900 level in the near term. Here's the Dow daily chart. We're working on our fourth positive up day. We closed above the 20-day exponential, which is pretty bullish for us, at least in the near term. If we take a Fibonacci retracement, look at the chart. You can see the 38 fib retraces at the 7,400 level, which is the resistance level of this downtrend channel we've been stuck in since the 1st of January. And then a 50% fib bounce would take us to the 77, 75 area, which is right around where the 50-day moving average is, which we have not touched since January either. RSI is coming up on 50. We broke the downtrend line in stochastics, which is bullish as well. And as you can see over the last couple of days, volume has remained relatively high on this rally, unlike back in November. During the rally back in November, we had the initial huge spike and then volume just trailed off each day. We've been seeing volume hold around the same level on this latest rally, which is a good sign for us in the near term. After Hours Friday, news came out that FASB, that's the Financial Accounting Standards Board, is going to talk about mark-to-market on Monday, which should juice the bank stocks, at least on the open. We could see some very nice gaps on the bank stocks on the open on Monday. Also, we'd keep an eye on what the Asian markets do overnight as well. But that rule change, even the hint of it, there's a lot of talk about it. FASB is not looking to actually cancel mark-to-market, but they're looking to clarifying the rules for illiquid assets, which will be enough of a news for them to spike bank stocks yet again. SMH has been very nice for us over the last few days. Continued higher again on Friday. This hopefully is the third breakout triangle of the ascending triangle, which would take us to the 20s over the next few weeks. Volume has not been that great, however, so keep that in mind, which is why I sent an alert, easing off some of our core position on Friday. We'd be looking to add back that on dips to the 17 area if there is one this week. Also, remember, on Friday we've got options expiration, and the market is up quite a bit over the last few days, so we should know by Tuesday if the option crooks have positioned short on the market and want to wipe out the calls. Put-call ratio is very low, although the put-call ratio has not been that great of a market indicator. However, just keep that in mind. We've got options expiration week, so that's another wrinkle in the current scheme of things. What we could see is them slap the market down Monday or Tuesday and then try to rally it back again. Bank stocks. HBAN looks very, very nice. We had a nice big pop on Thursday and then it eased back yesterday, but would be looking again. This would be one of the bank stocks that could see a move on $2 tomorrow or Tuesday. GNW is another one, although it's got what looks to be a near-term top. It's got a hanging man candle right here, and this is typically seen around near-term tops in the stock. So be sure you've booked some gains on this stock, or at a minimum trail your stops to $1.40 on your shares. RSI is getting ready to break out on the financials. If they do bust out early tomorrow morning, there's no reason why this one won't as well. But the chart is telling us to be at least a little bit cautious on this one, which is why I'd like to move into some new laggard bank stocks like TSFG, South Financial Group. We've got a double bottom in place here. This one closed right under the downtrend line, and it won't take much for this one just to bust out to $1.50. It likes to go on big spikes, as you can see in the chart. All the indicators are deeply oversold. And one interesting thing about this bank stock, they still pay a dividend, which says quite a lot in this environment when a beaten down bank is still paying a dividend. Even on its common stock, it's paying a 1 cent per share dividend. So this could be our bank mover this week. All the indicators are nicely oversold and just looking for an excuse to rally. And if we get that mark-to-market indication from FASB Monday, this is one of those stocks that could really go on a tear. Chorus Bank Shares is another one of these beaten down, regional bank stocks. Closed above its downtrend line on Friday. First target has moved to 25 cents, but back in February, this stock was over $1. All the indicators are deeply oversold and starting to move up. Stochastics have just crossed up through the 30 or 20 level, and a stock like this in a market like this, with the price it has, traders could be falling all over themselves if they stumble upon this one. And you could be looking at least a triple on this one near term. Again, risk reward is attractive here for a 15-cent stock with some very nice upside. Of course, like all these beaten down bank stocks, small positions just because of the risk that's in the financial stocks. Another new play, we sent out an alert on Friday, WNC, Wabash National truck maker. Big sell-off in March and, down from the threes all the way down to 52 cents. Huge volume spike back on Friday, greater than the tank volume that we saw over the last few days. So we saw the funds wash out. 2 days of consolidation on high volume. RSI is on the 30. Last time we had RSI under 30 on this stock, and across back up, the stock went up 75% over the course of 2 weeks. So target on this one, first target would be a move to the 8-day moving average at 84 cents, but there's no reason why this one should not move back into the ones near term. Stochastics deeply oversold. You can see on bonds volume showing that the funds have gotten back in here. And actually, if we go back again to November, this one went from 426 to 6. So when RSI gets oversold on this stock, similar to what we said on UYG, over the coming couple of weeks, it sees big gains. So this one could be a very nice winner for us in the near term. UTSI, cash-rich tech stock, was looking great on Thursday. Friday, they just walked it down on pretty low volume. We're about to get a positive MACD cross tomorrow. No reason why this one can't see a snapback to the 20-day exponential. That's at 93 cents. BCOM broke out nicely on Friday on pretty decent volume. We actually closed above the 50-day moving average. We closed above the downtrend line. RSI is above 50. We have a positive MACD. Stochastics look good. On balance volume looks good. And money flow is actually about to go positive for the first time in about 6 months, which is also very bullish. Again, medium-term target on this one is 70 cents. Earnings are expected any day, so, any pops on this one over the next couple of days, you can lighten your core position or your scalp position, but be sure, at least in my opinion, to have a core position for this one. It's going to be a very nice play over the next few months. Quick mention on UYG, just worked out perfect from Sunday. I said every time we had an RSI under 30, we saw at least a 50 to 90% rally over the coming week, and right now the stock's looking at about an 80% rally. We have a possible hammer top in the UYG, so possibly, the scenario we're looking for is a gap tomorrow on mark-to-market rumors or, news from FASB, and then a retrace over a couple of days, especially going into options expiration. RSI is at a major resistance level. It's been unable to break 50 for the last 6 months on its RSI. So this is another one, should have booked at least half gains and would trail stops now, Friday's low. So that's it for the video newsletter going into this week. It's been a nice week, but we might see some consolidation over the next couple of days after a gap tomorrow. I guess it all depends on the news flow on how the option crooks have positioned themselves going into options expiration on Friday. That's it for the video. I will see you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.